I'm redoing the bearing replacement from beginning to end here. I haven't disassembled anything. This is obviously a square flange motor. Okay, single speed. Variable speeds, they're making them harder to open, I guess, but there's still some out there that you can open and replace the bearings. But anyway, there's 6 bolts that go through the seal plate. The diffuser is right there, so you just have an Allen key, whatever. The tube comes right off. Okay. The screw that's in here is reverse threaded, so if you actually screw it on, that's when it comes out, right? It's reverse. So that's how you get it out of there. So what I do to get the propeller off is I go ahead and open the back. It's nice to have one of these 6-in-1s because it has the most popular sizes of these nut drivers. Take the cap off. I use this as a bolt holder, whatever, this little cup. Right? So then I do is I just get a little press wrenches. I'm trying to hold it here. And then a screwdriver, and I just put it in the fins of this. Sometimes I get the channel locks and I'll lock over here, but this is the easiest way typically. Not really that hard to do. It's just, and it's the only reverse thread is the screw that holds in the impeller. Everything else is normal thread. So I'm just gonna loosen it up. Boom, there it goes. Feel it loosen up. Here it comes. And you have your seal here. Okay. And then so to get the seal plate off, when you spin it, you can hear the bearing. You can hear, right? Thing is when it's going 3450, it's making a lot more noise. Anyway, we already did this one time. Maybe I didn't lube up I guess I didn't lube up one of the bearings, and it's dry, so it's not making noise really fast. My bad, but give us another chance to do this. He already loosened these. A note on loosening these bolts is it's better to loosen them while it's still on the pump, right? Because it's, especially if you don't have somebody else helping you out, or a vice grip, or little strips that are on the desk that will hold something. And you know, let it turn so you can break these if you need to. So while it's on there, if you have room, just loosen it up so that when you get to this part, it comes out easier, right? Why struggle? I live on one of the main streets here, so you're gonna hear cars, dogs. Anyway, so we go ahead and this comes off. Anytime I replace this, I put a new seal. This one looks like it needs a seal on here. I don't know how long it's been on, but you can hear that. And this is the marking that I put on there. So to line up the flange, back up with the with the body of it. So you take these through bolts out. Sometimes they're kind of rough, you know. I'm not sure why we have. This is the first time this has happened where I replace bearings and we get some weird noise. And it's obvious that it's the bearings. So I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. Hundreds of bearings. I mean, a lot. I haven't counted them, but maybe not 100, but still a lot. So take this off. I mean, I can use my gun, but probably waste more time finding the bit than just taking them off. And sometimes you want to work out. Pouring down. Through bolts. Why are they called through bolts? Because they go through, right? So then once you get this part, what I do is I get my handy dandy mallet in there. And you just see that? Now that came out that easy because I had just done it not too long ago. It's down there, I'm not sure. This one. It's that one. Hear that? Yeah, messed up. So anyway, this one sounds okay. This one does not. This one does not. So we loosen this, which is a kind of like a bracket. You see it? And to remove the flange itself, I'll spin it and then just tap it, keep tapping it till it comes off. Gotta make sure that retainer clip is off. There it is. So took that off. You can see that there's a buildup right there. So usually I clean that up. I don't really grease it. There's not really anything. There's no moving parts there, but it's a shim. So I got this one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't change it. It just doesn't look very healthy at all. And it sounds like crap. Okay. Anyway, this is obviously the one that needs help. Maybe I ran out or something. It's kind of weird. It's beat up too. You can see the other ones. See how it looks kind of shiny. Very decent. This one looks. What the? Okay. So we get our bearing puller. Put this over here first now. I got these bearing pullers at Harbor Freight. I used to use the claw style. And there were certain times that it just wouldn't work. Like if the bearing was down here and like past this level, it wouldn't be able to reach in. And these do for some. They're normally not past this plane. The thing is that we need to make sure that we have something for everything to get out, right? So we open up this bearing puller. Put it around here, get it into the shoulders, screw it back together. So I have bearings there that I got from buy them off Amazon, like packs. because whether you have a variable speed or you have a single speed, they're coming quickly. So we'll go ahead and put on this. Just bear with me, you guys. It's part of the process here. Put on these little legs. I'm not sure what this is called. There's probably a name for them. I don't know. I don't care. Take this off. And then you put the anyway, you put that that piece in here. Put the washer back on. Usually you don't have to put it, like, it's not like you gotta tighten it, you just gotta get it so that when you put the thread, that long thread or bolt through here, that it's actually gonna hold it, right? So it'll hold it there. So then you get this, and you screw it right through the center, and then you land it right on the shaft there. This thing's got a bearing on it, so it kind of lands right in that screw hole of the power screw. So then just hold on that. And typically, this one's 11/16. So just as you tighten it, it pulls this, right? It's pushing on the shaft, so it's pulling this up towards the shaft. So you can, even if it's spinning, it's good. That. So I like it. Grab it.
Yeah. Like you can feel it just
This just doesn't, it's not rolling smooth at all. Let's see what it looks like inside.
oh yeah.
I must have forgotten to change this one because I normally put red in here. There's absolutely no red.
I don't know if you can see that, but it just looks
Dirty. Right? Not very good at all. So anyway, this ends up in the trash. So this is the banger. What I do, we'll check the second one in a bit. It's just when I roll this one, it sounds smooth. This one's the one that was the one in the front one. So if you see this,
it's got like a protective gel, but
that really doesn't. You put these in, and then it comes back like that. So what I'm gonna do. Now that I have it open, I just get my grease gun and just put a nice coat on there. This is high velocity, high temperature bearing grease. Okay? And I don't care about the other grease. I'm just putting it's never never had a problem with it before. So just one side really, you don't really have to. Just put it. And then what happens is when there's not very much space in there, so what you do is when you put this on here, it just smashes it all in. So I just clean it off, and then this goes, of course, it goes right here. And the way that I put this back on, okay, I don't bang it against this piece. I bang this piece against the cement. So I'm gonna go like this. Boom. And so what's important about that is you have to have make sure you're hitting it on the inside, right? Not on the outside. Because if you hit the outside, the inside carries everything with it. You just need to push the inside race down on the shaft. Okay? That way you don't damage the bearing unintentionally. If you want to damage it intentionally, well, that's easy. This is very soft metal, so this is off balance. Look at that. Just even it out there. Like that. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Just to check. Matter of fact, we can put some more just in case. Got a feeling because I forgot to put juice in this or something. It's feeling really good. It looks like it's going to top off. So just going to turn that. Fill that up against that. I guess maybe this was a test. Probably thinking too fast or something. Put the cap back on. Now we're going in reverse. We're going to reassemble the motor. I just put this aside for time's sake. So we bring the motor back up. And on this particular one, I vacuumed the stuff out of it. So usually when I open it up, more shims. Down, you know, you'll find a dead lizard. Something in there. Dead. Now this metal isn't so soft. I got the shim down there. If I can't get it down there, what I'll do is I'll put it on this. I'll hold it on top of the thing here, and I'll put this down there. Let it go. Use the tip to set it on the thing, on the where the shim sits, where the recessed part for the bearing is. It helps. So we're just going in reverse here. Line up our lines. Yeah. Just line them up, and it's also to there's a through bolts to line up easier. You know you're not, if it's off just a fraction of an inch, sometimes it's a pain. But to get it through there. So see, once you get it threaded, you know it's not going to burn. So just keep it easy to thread. And then as I pull, this is going to balance out, and then it'll pull back. I use the mallet to tap it on, and then I torque down the bolts. Not torque them down, but I just tighten them. It's so good. Tightens. Get a good 6-in-1. It's pretty cool because I think it has, 5/8 and a quarter as the nut drivers. Very common sizes, at least in the tool industry. Takes care of a lot of birds with one stone. Just got to get a good one because you get the cheap ones, they break real quick or they strip. Anybody would need that tool that it's made out of. Material that's a job. See, I have the lines lined up right here. Just keep tightening till I can't anymore. And then what I'll do is that's when I give it a couple of pops with the mallet. Just to make sure it seats right, and then I'll probably get another quarter turn out of these seconds. Yeah. So then the motor's back together. You spin it, the noise is gone. Okay. Tighten that retainer pin for that bearing. Tighten that up. Make sure we got it good. That's good. And then we're just going to go ahead and go in reverse. Always put it in the shaft. Always put it in the shaft seal. What we do on these is that we want to make sure that right here on this edge that there's no silicone, because that's where the shaft seal sits, right on this shoulder right here. So make sure there could be silicone, but you want it to sit correctly. So get that new shaft seal in here. Well, I'm sure what happened there. So normally what I do is I'll put this here for the shaft seal on the Pentair Whisper Flows. A 1-inch coupling is perfect to tap it down. Okay. But let me get one of those because I have one right here. So when you do this one on this particular one is gonna sit in here. But when you do this on this metal, I'm not sure if this is metal or ceramic, this black piece on the side. But after you sit it, you want to make sure that there's no cracks. If there's cracks, it's going to be pretty simple. Go ahead. So you examine it, make sure that there's no gap between the seal plate and the new shaft seal. So then we get our 4 bolts, seal plate bolts, pop them in here. Sometimes these are a little bit of a struggle. If you get an aftermarket seal plate, sometimes it won't line up. It won't line up perfect. So let's get a visual right here, because there is a little play. Line up the holes and you should be good. See, now it touches. Problem. Where I probably would have been there too long. Too far. Sometimes one of these is eaten up. You can still use the flange if you tighten the other 3. Like let's say one of these is eaten up and the other 3 are fine. You tighten the 3. Just go in up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then on this last one, I would tighten that one last, trying to just get it snug, not to if it's not flat, not to bend it down, because you have 3. You don't want to. If you tighten this one first, it's going to be off. So you do the 3 so that it's flat against this, and then that last one, you just get it in there so that it's helping. It's helping. Right? So then, go ahead and put this back on. Tight, because your fingers. Go ahead and do this. Now on this one, when I go ahead and I twist it on, you'll feel the shaft catch there, right there. You'll just feel the and it won't do it anymore because you feel it's light. You feel it sliding, screwing, and all of a sudden it's like. Good. So remember, this is a reverse screw, so we're gonna put it like we're taking it off so that we can screw it in. Here. Diffuser. Go ahead and tighten it back up with our Allen key. I hope that helps, man. It's not a hard process to do. It's an option for your, if you have customers that are not wanting to write big checks, it's an option where you can offer them usually what I do is I'll offer them like the Super Duper motor, the Teleflow 3, Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. I'll offer them the inexpensive options. Maybe a used pump body with a, if they need it, with a new motor. So they only, the pump body, since it's used, I give them to it at a discounted rate. And then go ahead and get them a new motor so that everything's in great working condition. I can warranty it for a year. I'm not going to have a problem with it. So that's what I'm trying to avoid, is any callbacks. I want customer satisfaction. So anyway, this one's done. We just spin it just to make sure that it's rolling, and that's it. We're done with that. Boom. Thank you. Have a good day. tvfools.com. If you send me a message, I'll return it, but it might take a while for me to get to it. Sorry.